Hello YouTube, here we are with another video. I was wanting to give like a review and a little, I guess a few tips of a Harbor Freight rock tumbler, brass tumbler deal that I picked up. I'd seen where people was using them and they really liked them other than the containers it was in. You know, here's the containers that they get with them. With Harbor Freight, you can go on their website and sign up using your like email or whatever, you know, and they'll send you coupons all the time for like 20% off, and they run big sales. And I got this one on sale. I believe the time of tax and all was just over $30, and it's the dual drum. And I was wanting one of those thumbler deals where it's like a big deal and it rolls around, and I really wanted those, but they're like $200 something. Just can't afford it for, you know, for something like that. So I was wanting to get this. Everybody else said get with vibrator deal, you know, vibrator deal, and Frankfurt Arsenal has got a nice one and stuff like that, but I wanted to be a little bit different. I wanted one like this. Alright, well, I got it, and everybody is complaining about how hard it is to open these things. You know, you got the little deal here. I'll open this to show you what it is. And they're waterproof, or watertight. You can put water in there. Got a washer. What I took is take the washer, go like this right here. If you try to use your nails, and this one's actually stuck. Good point. So you do that a few times. I mean, I could get it open, but it seals it up in there where it's like super tight. So this is what I come up with. I've got an empty can of powder here that I was sitting there. I loaded up some 223 the other day. Here's some of them, and I ran out of powder, and I threw it over in the trash can. And I was sitting there thinking, looking over at the trash can, and I said, "Well, look, that's like the perfect size for this." Look down here. I was like, I took them cans out of there and I set that down in there like that, and I was like, and I turned it on, and it turned a little bit, and then it would spin a little bit, and it wasn't getting very good traction. So I told my wife, I said, well, I think I got something to fix that. I ran in the house and got some rubber bands. Put rubber bands around it, like that right there. Well, I got my brass in there. Got my brass, my corncob media, and right here is after a few hours, nice, shiny, pretty 9mm brass. I got some 30-06 and some other stuff in the house, but that I carried in there. But it's worked perfect, and it's watertight too. I've actually put, if you don't want to use corncob media, you can do that lemon shine deal where you put like just a little bit of lemon shine, like a eighth of a teaspoon, just a little bit, and you can put like Dawn, just a bit of Dawn in there, you know, and then the rest full of water. Well, of course your brass, and then put it on there, and it don't take very long, and it's really clean. You know, you have to deal with it, cleaning it out, rinsing it, and then you have to dry it. You know, we use a dehydrator. It works pretty good. But the corncob media works really good too, so it's just preference on that. But I thought that was kind of neat. And there's other containers you could use. I carried one out here. I don't know what I've done with it now. But it was like a mayonnaise jar. And you could probably even, like I use these to store stuff. You could probably put a rubber band around these and use those, because I mean, you probably put two of those on there, as small as they are. And you know, they're real easy to open and close, got the big mouth. And I caught myself around Walmart in the grocery store looking at stuff that they had for sale just for the container. And I mean, I wouldn't buy it just for the container. Well, my wife thinks I probably would. But anyway, I got an apple juice thing that's going to be, whenever it's empty, I'm going to use it. But I've got a mayonnaise jar, which I thought I carried out here, but I guess it didn't. But it's got it's clear like this, and you can see, you know, the stuff turning around there. It's kind of neat. And that thing down there is really quiet. It's not as noisy as a lot of things, you know. You stick that thing on there, turn it on, To me, it's peaceful. I mean, it's not boom, boom, boom loud. It's just, I could probably fall asleep with that going on, you know. I also put a little new finish in there. I'm not trying to sell this stuff. I'm not trying to sell anything. I'm just telling you what works for me. After about 3 or 4 tumbles, I put maybe a teaspoon of this stuff in there. But what I've been doing, instead of just putting it in the bottle, it'll pop up at the end. It don't want to mix. So what I've been doing was putting my corncob media in a bowl, and then put like that teaspoon of that new finish stuff in there, and then I would stir it up like I was cooking something, and it'll mix up really well like that. And then I'm just a poor boy. I don't have one of those big high dollar separators. I mean, I'd like to have one, and eventually I will get one. But I wanted to show that you can do it real cheap, because I'm all for the cheap. Got this for $1 at Dollar Tree. My wife had this from somewhere. It was just a funnel. And what I do is I just take my bottle and then just dump it out into my little collar, my little deal. And I drill the holes in that so the bigger chunks would get through there. If your strainer holes are big enough, you ain't gonna do that. You dump it in there and just go like this right here. The next thing you know, your brass is here, and then your corncob media is down in the bowl. And then, of course, a lot of that corncob media will get inside your brass, and when you go like that, you know, you won't get it all out. So I sit there and just go like my hands and just stir through it, and it won't be about a minute or two. You'll be just looking at a big old bowl of brass as shiny as that right there. And it works really good. I'm really impressed with it. These things right here, I mean, are really nice, but they are a pain to open. And I have tried different little tricks, and there's really no need of using them. I mean, you know what? If for some reason you couldn't find another container, because I mean, and see this thing here, there's no moving parts to grab a hold of you to hurt you or anything like that, you know. I mean, it's little pulleys in there, turning that. And I've seen people actually take tape and put on here to make it go faster, but I don't know. It's plenty fast enough for me. I mean, it looks like it would, you sped it up too fast, you know. Some other problems with having to wear out the belt and stuff like that. They came with like 6 different belts, and I've seen where people would have complained about the belt life deal on there, and I'm not having trouble. I'm on the same one, but you can. There's other belts you can get that last a whole lot longer and stuff like that. But I don't know. I'm not having a complaint. But that might be because I don't overload it and stuff. But you can. This is not just for brass, you know. There's some brass that I've got from somebody the other day, and you can put other stuff in there besides your brass. You can actually put rock in there and stuff. And somebody would say, well, you know, that's plastic. That's gonna wear out. Well, I gotta get out of the trash. You know, there's other things you can do. I mean, like right there, that's a peanut butter deal. And it's just kind of fun that, you know, a couple of my buddies are like thinking it's funny, making fun of me or whatever. Not really making fun, but kind of like chuckling. Well, why don't you just go ahead and buy the right thing where you don't have to do all this? Well, it's kind of fun knowing that I've got something I dug out of the trash cleaning the brass, you know. And I've got less than $30, or right at $30 from the tumbler. And I've got pretty shiny brass. Look at that. And I'm very impressed with it. And I've not actually compared a whole lot with or without this, but it seems like it really does a good job, because I've been doing a bunch with it, and I'm really impressed with it. I've done more 9mm brass than I have anything right now, but I'm really impressed with it. and go along with my leaf press and my Hornady powder measure, the powder drop. I ain't got the shop exactly the way I want it, but you know, it's kind of cluttered up right now because I actually use my shop. And I jump from one thing to another a lot of times. Like I'm working on a shotgun right now over here. And had these dies out here because I was wanting to sell them. Because I was wanting to go to all way dies. And stuff like that. Loaded up some of my 223s. Them Hornady bullets. And oh, it's a lot of fun. Like my daughter, she's the one holding the camera right now. She helps me sort the brass. She helps me, well, she helped me prime all the cases and stuff like that. She even helped me make sure that the primer's seated right and stuff like that. You know, she's pretty sharp on that kind of stuff. And it's always good to have extra hand and extra eyes on it. But just thought I'd give you a review of my rock tumbler, brass tumbler deal, and shows that you can have a really good time and have a good finished deal from with not a lot of money, you know. And they're pretty good. They've got a single one too that only takes 1 drum, but it wasn't that much cheaper. And so I went ahead and got the bigger drum because I already had in my head that I was going to try to do something like that, but I didn't know exactly what. But I'm impressed. And if you have any questions, make comment below. Please subscribe. All right, God bless.